Boston University just hired a prominent disinformation expert, Joan Donovan, appointed her to its College of Communication. Now, Donovan was fired from Harvard University after she appeared to attack academic freedom. Nicholas Giordano is a professor at Suffolk Community College and joins me now. What is this misinformation/disinformation person doing at BU?
Well, unfortunately, she's going to be in the classroom, and Donovan has a history of statements where she says misinformation is nothing more than a product of the right-wing agenda controlled by the right-wing media ecosystem. So it's about indoctrination and censorship of points of view. The concerning thing is at Campus Reform, we've reported how 80% of students self-censor themselves out of fear of retribution and intimidation by administrators, professors, student groups, but it has broader societal implications. In 2021, the Biden administration released the National Strategy for Countering Domestic Terrorism, where it stated misinformation causes domestic violent extremism and that they have to control the supply and demand of information online. So they enlisted academia in order to combat misinformation to the tune of millions of taxpayer dollars. So you and I are paying for us to be censored. And in one of the grant applications, the University of Dayton stated that Fox News, the Christian Broadcasting Network, and Heritage Foundation are the initial seeds of extremism in the United States. So this is what we're paying for. It's really extraordinary. So we see stifled debate, no discourse, and it's the groupthink mentality that college campuses are promoting. And unfortunately, there's not enough professors that are speaking out against this.
You will think this way or else. I've got another one for you, Nicholas. San Diego schools encouraged young students to secretly identify as transgender or non-binary without telling their parents, without their parents' permission. You know, what are we going to do about this? Well, that is outrageous.
Well, it's Orwellian in 1984. Don't trust your parents. You know, you have to trust the entities, right? The schools, the government. I mean, my two children, I have to give permission to give them Tylenol or to go on the field trip. But we're going to pretend that it's okay for a child to make life-altering decisions and the parents not be informed about it?
And that they're encouraging the kids. Don't say anything.
Absolutely. And that, understand, they're planting seeds in the student's mind not to trust their parents. And so what effect does that have on the totality of the society? Now, at a time where academic proficiency is at all-time lows, you'd think they'd focus on trying to bring students up to speed in reading and mathematics. We just got a report that at the college level, students are at 9th grade levels of mathematics.
We had a story earlier this week about a young person who was a trans, thought she was trans, and then later she was not a trans.
She was 11.
And the mother was never told about all of this, and the mother sued and won $100,000. I can see this happening again.
And the daughter re-identified as a woman.
That's right.
And the mother should have gotten more than $100,000 to send a message, because what they're doing is they're damaging children. I mean, let's be honest here. Children are not going to make the best decisions at 9, 10, 11 years old. They have no idea what they really want in life, and we're not allowing them to grow. Instead, they're forcing an agenda on these children, and it really is going to bode horribly for this country, especially over the next 5 to 10 years when we see the results of this.
I think there's going to be an avalanche of lawsuits against therapists, the companies that make the gender-changing medications, the surgeons who perform this kind of thing, and the teachers and the school boards. It's coming, an avalanche of lawsuits.
There has to be accountability.
I welcome it, quite frankly. I really do.
Absolutely.
Nicholas, you're all right. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.